Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of my true 100% plus playthrough. So firstly, I guess I'll, while I set up something here, I guess I'll start with, thanks a lot for the extremely positive feedback on episode 1. It was really funny, like, when I was recording that episode, I was actually thinking to myself, oh man, this is really boring, I don't know if anyone's going to watch this, I don't know if it'll be worth it. But yeah, it turned out actually a lot of people were really interested in it, so I'm glad. I'm glad the post-commentary thing worked as well. Some people said it was like watching a video of a friend or playing a game with a friend or something. I was like, oh, that's cool. So yeah, I'll try again with a post-edit commentary here. I'll do some live commentary at some point, but for now, I'd rather just do this. So yeah, starting this episode, as you can see, the very first thing I'm going to do is paramedic, because I want maximum health. There's lots of things that I want to do which would benefit greatly from maximum health, and in fact, at the end of this video, I am extremely lucky that I have maximum health. So I'm very glad I did this. Unfortunately, doing paramedic on a master save, or starter save, I might call it starter save, it sounds better, but doing a paramedic on a starter save is incredibly difficult because there's only 3 hospitals available to you at the start. 2 in Los Santos and 1 here. I actually forget what this place is called, but anyway, the point is doing it here is kind of better because it's like a small little town, so all people spawn near it and stuff. But later on, it becomes a bit of an issue, and I just really wish I had access to like San Fierro or Angel Pine, because those 2 are like the best places to do it. There's another place in the desert which is apparently really good for it as well, but yeah, I just wish I had access to those things. But it's fine. While we watch me fail miserably at paramedic, oh yeah, and also you run over everyone at the end of it, which is pretty funny. Yeah, while we watch me miserably fail at paramedic, I get to explain lots of things, because there were lots of follow-up and questions and stuff to episode 1, so now I can answer them now. First of all, a lot of people asked me like why I'm playing in 4x3, like, hey Josh, why don't you record it in 16:9? Hey Josh, it's easier to watch at 16:9. Hey Josh, it looks nicer at 16:9 or whatever. Firstly, I disagree, but second, I want to do this playthrough without any mods at all, right? Like, none. No mods, because otherwise, like, I know it's like obviously a bit of a stretch, but if I started using mods, then I could just cheat everything, right? Like, obviously silent patch would probably be a good idea, or a widescreen fix, but it's just so much easier if I just say no mods at all, and, you know, this is like my speedrunning copy of the game, so it's way easier if I just like have one copy of the game which isn't modded at all, and I just use that. The problem with widescreen in non-modded, like there's a widescreen option in the settings, right? But if you turn it on, all it does is shrink the vertical FOV to make it like not stretched, but it doesn't unstretch the HUD or anything. It looks really terrible. So I know it's like kind of awkward watching a 4x3 video on YouTube and stuff, but honestly, the game just looks better in 4x3. It's just all there is to it, really. So yeah, that's why. Also, lots of people suggested like using cheats and stuff for certain things, and obviously I'm not using cheats. Like, there's no mods, no cheats. Like, I want 100% plus or whatever, no mods and no cheats. Yeah, another thing I wanted to say is, on the feedback side, is thanks a lot for all of your ideas. I added a lot of ideas to the list. Like, lots of people suggested, like, you know, drive every vehicle once, which is a good idea, so I'm now tracking every vehicle I've driven. If I just bring it up on my screen real quick. So far, I have driven a BMX, a Dodo, a fire truck, a HPV 1000, which is the police bike, an NRG 500, a Ranger, a Voodoo, a Washington, and now I've also driven, you know, a Ballista Compact and this ambulance so far. I've got this in a Google Doc, so I'll probably, like, once I make the Google Doc, like, you know, viewable and stuff, I'll link it in the description of every episode. Oh yeah, here we go. So here's where the bullshit starts with ambulance. So now, because that town is so small, it decides to start spawning people elsewhere. So it's like, oh, it's all the way over here, that's not okay. So now I knew this was going to happen because this is like my third attempt at this. But it was still really annoying. And I actually get really surprised how far out it starts spawning them later on. Like that, you need to do 12 levels of paramedic to complete it and unlock the maximum health. But yeah, it's 12, when you get to level 12, things get a little silly. Thankfully, because I'm decently fast, I don't really struggle with the time at all. But it's still like absolutely ridiculous having to drive all these places. It's just that like the ambulance are just destroying the ambulance is the problem. Yeah, anyway, where was I? Yeah, I added a lot of things to the list. Someone also suggested that I drive every single vehicle off of the top of Mount Chiliad, and that sounds amazing, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So I'll leave that for someone else, I guess. What were some of the other things I need to bring up? Yeah, get every weapon pickup on the map, or bribe pickup, or armor pickup and stuff. That was a good idea. So, at some point, probably not during the starter save bit, but at some point during this, I'll have an episode where I just pick up, you know, every single thing on the map. Probably when I've unlocked the whole map, because it'll be so much easier then. Yeah, we can just show every single pickup. There's also some people told me to review every meal at every restaurant. that's a good one. Like trying to make up some backstory on like the meal or whatever just from the limited information we have about it. That'll be great. That'll be pretty funny. What's some other ones? Lots of people are suggesting things that I already said, so I guess I'll just go through the whole list, right? So far I've got the starter save or master save, which is like lots of things. I've got in-game 100%, which is, you know, everything you'd expect. All special vehicles, I'll get every single one of those. Oh, I actually won't store every single special vehicle, because storage space is limited, and I don't think there's enough storage space in the game to store every single special vehicle, so I'll probably, like, use them for some fun stuff or whatever. All gang territories, including the glitched ones. So, like, that means every single gang territory. There's a way to, like, make it so any area can become a gang territory. So I'll cover the entire map. That'll take a very long time. All girlfriends, people said that. And people also said, like, you know, have sex with everyone. That's a good one. I guess, like, to try and find every single unique model of prostitute and girlfriend and stuff. That'll be interesting. Also, I might do hot coffee at some point. That'd be a laugh. Yeah, the King of San Andreas rating, which is like the in-game high score thing. Max stats, so I'm going to get the max stats with every gun, muscle, and all that, you know, fat, driving skill, all that stuff. I'm going to do all the races and triathlons, do all the burglaries, do all the Easter eggs, high score all the mini-games and jackpots. So lots of people were saying, like, hey, you should get the high score in all the arcade machines and stuff, and I'm pretty sure I said that out loud in the first episode, but I guess not. Yeah, fly under all bridges, get all clothes, haircuts, tattoos. Yeah, so I'm going to get every single customization option. Visit all interiors was a good one, someone suggested. I don't know if it's possible. Like, first of all, there's lots of interiors that you can't access normally, and the only known way to access them is with cheats, like jetpacking through the interior world. You know, if you've seen my glitching to Liberty City video, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's no way of doing that without cheats, so I might have to leave that to the end. I might have, like, I mean, this is probably years from now, right? But I might have a section at the very end where I'm like, hey, now we're going to do all the things that you can do with cheats only, and then we can explore all sort of stuff. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got listed here. If you have any more suggestions, or I didn't read one, it's either I didn't like it or I didn't see it. Some people suggested some things were a bit silly. Like, drive on every road. It's like, I'll probably do that anyway without realizing it. And step on every pixel. It's like, yeah, no. Yeah. So yeah, thanks a lot for all the suggestions. I'll keep adding them. I mean, you know, I'm still doing the starter save stuff. So the first, like, 20, 50, whatever episodes. Whatever, just keep adding stuff. Yeah, here in Paramedic, by the way, this is where it gets a bit silly. They start spawning in, like, this town that's, like, across from this river or whatever. It's, like, it's really impossible to get to them. So, what I'm trying to do, I was trying to make it so I didn't ever drive... I didn't want to drive to this place twice, right? So sometimes like 3 guys spawn here or just 1. So if I have like seats free in my ambulance, that I can drive here at the right time. So there's only 2 people here right now. Is it 2? No, it's just 1. Sorry, it's really hard to see. I'm watching through a little tiny preview window. But I didn't want to like drive over here and think like according to the minimap there's only 2 people, and then there turned out to be 3, and then I had to come all the way back. So I actually successfully avoided doing that, which is very good. I get juked a few times. Like I'm almost there, and then I realise there's actually 4 people, so I turn around. But yeah, this is really silly. Look at these crazy routes I have to take. I tried. I could not find any good way of getting from that town back to the hospital. So we just have to take this really stupid detour constantly. But yeah, like I said, thankfully I don't run out of time and I just get it completed. There's also a glitch you can do with the ambulance where if you like tilt it on the side, everyone gets out and you don't have to take them to the hospital and you get your seats free. I don't know if that gives you time, like plus seconds. I also couldn't do it. I couldn't find. I looked around, especially in that like really awkward town. I was like looking around to see if there was any spots I could do it, but it's probably not worth it. It's probably easier to just drive them back to the hospital than tilt them all out and then drive somewhere else.
Thanks, homie.
But it's pretty interesting nevertheless. I'd like to see it done. I haven't managed to do it myself. I flipped over the ambulance like completely once and set it on fire, then everyone got out, but that wasn't too useful. Yeah, another thing everyone said on the first episode, well not everyone, but a few people suggested in the first episode was to get a girlfriend, to like date a girlfriend so that I would unlock all the restaurants and stuff so I could eat and not have to recover fat with like, in stupid ways like with vending machines and crap. While that would be a really good idea, the problem is there are some special vehicles which are tied to the girlfriends. Like, each girlfriend has an all-proof, like a completely invincible vehicle that they own. And you can only get it by having a 2-timing date trigger. So what can happen is if you have 2 or more girlfriends at once and then you go on a date with one of them, what can happen is that one of the other girlfriends like spawns at the start of the date and like chases you because she realizes you're cheating on her or whatever. During that, the girlfriend that's chasing you has like a completely invincible, her unique vehicle. Like one has a monster truck and one has like a club or something. And I want those vehicles, right? But the problem with that is that if you ever date a girlfriend without triggering the 2-timing mission, then you can no longer ever do the 2-timing mission ever again. It must be a glitch, right? It can't be intended. You can completely lock yourself out. So if I went on a date with a girl and it was just the only date I had, the only girlfriend I had, and I went on a date with her for the first time just to unlock all the restaurants, I would completely lock myself out of getting those vehicles ever again. I didn't actually know this, right? When people suggested it to me in episode 1, I was like, oh man, that's a really good idea, I should do that. And I was actually planning to do it, but once I did a little research into research more about the special vehicles, I figured out, I was told in the forum, like, I didn't ask, but it was listed, right, that there's lots of, like, exactly how to get these all-proof girlfriend vehicles, and it says, if you ever date one of them without getting the 2-timing thing, you lock yourself out. So while it would be possible to get those vehicles on the starter save, I don't know if I want to. Like, what I would have to do is that not only would I have to actually successfully manage to date one of these girls, which are all in 4-star territories, by the way, so I'd have 4 stars permanently while doing it. Not only would it be really hard for me to date one, I would have to unlock 2 of them, then go on a date with one and hope that I randomly trigger this event and then successfully steal her car with 4 stars, right? And I'd have to do that for every available vehicle every available girlfriend at the start. That would be pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure some other people have probably done it already. But I don't know if I'll bother with that. Like, I'm gonna get all special vehicles anyway. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Should I like do absolutely everything that it's possible to do on a starter save, even like arbitrary things like getting special vehicles or whatever? Because I'm pretty sure you could probably just repeat this and get the special vehicle over and over again. I'll have to look it up later. But it's not like something I'm ever going to lock myself out of if I don't ever, not have the incorrect date. So let me know what you think. I was planning to leave all special vehicles to the other bit, because most of them, well, in fact, almost all of them, require you to use like a storyline mission to get them, and not the other thing. So I don't know if I don't know if I'll bother doing that in the starter save. Oh, that was fun. The video broke a bit there. Yeah, I put a thing. It goes black and I say video broke. But yeah, that was odd. It like dropped a few frames and then broke Adobe Premiere, which is why I was talking like really slow. I was trying to figure out what's happening. Yeah, that was odd. It desynced the audio as well, so I had to manually resync the audio back up to the video. So hopefully, it might be a little bit out, but hopefully the audio of me driving around syncs up. But me talking's fine, so that should be alright. What was I saying? Yeah, I might not bother getting all special vehicles in the master saves, or starter save, whatever. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you think I should torture myself just a little bit extra more just to get those girlfriend vehicles, then I'll try it. I mean, I could give it a shot, but it might be like really terrible. It might not be. Something I didn't think was going to be terrible was what I do in this episode, and it turned out to be really terrible. So you got that to look forward to this episode if you really want me to torture myself. All right. And yeah, the last thing I wanted to talk about in this section is the tattoos. I said last episode that the only tattoo parlor was the Los Venturas one. Turns out I was wrong. There's at least one more, which is in San Fierro. And spoilers, I go there in this episode and get those tattoos as well. Let me just check. I probably should. I'm like checking stuff on the fly. Let's see, GTA SA tattoo parlor. Let's find the locations. I'm pretty sure there's just. Yeah, so there's one in each major city, well, except Los Santos, which has two, but they're both not open. I think they're both not open. I hope they're both not open. But yeah, okay, so there's one in Los Venturas, which I went to, and one in San Fierro, which I went to. So yeah, I fixed that. But as for clothes, I'm still not sure what's available at the start. I'll have to look. I think it's just the what's it called? The Chiliad Challenge clothes that are available. Okay, and now I run out of things to talk about, and Paramedic is still happening. In fact, it's still happening for another we're about halfway there. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up. Otherwise, this is just gonna be like it's literally half an hour of me driving an ambulance around. We've already sat through 18 minutes of it, so yeah, as you can see, there's me like looking to the left, trying to figure out if it's like if there's only 2 people in the faraway city to the left, or a town even, or it's actually free. And it turns out it's actually free, so I'm thinking about going there now with 2 seats free, because it looks like there's only 2 markers there, but it's actually free, and I'm glad I did that. So yeah, anyway, I'll stop dawdling and I'll speed this up. I won't speed it up too much, because, you'd still watch this, but yeah, it won't be too interesting. Yeah, I don't know what happens with the audio there. We get the mission past music twice. I'm not quite sure what happens. Also, the audio is like really desynced now, but like this is just a little short bit. Yeah, I don't know what's causing this. I think when I edited the speed, it made the sound issues worse, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, it's like the video dropped like 5 frames and it decided to muller absolutely everything after it, so it's like, woo. But yeah, thankfully this isn't too important. But yeah, that was not fun. That was really boring. I was actually like listening to streams on my phone with my earphones under my headset while doing that, which made that a bit more bearable. I actually had to do that twice because one time on the way back here, I actually died because I fell off a cliff. I don't remember exactly how, but somehow I fell off a cliff and killed myself, so I had to do that twice. That was really terrible. Yeah, there we go. Finally done. Install the Sanchez. By the way, I got really lucky with that Sanchez. That was quite nice. Yeah, install the Sanchez and save. Paramedic done. You can see my health bar is like crazy huge now. And we have like lots of health. So yeah, that's section 1. Woo! Alright, and this is section 2, I guess. I am like the way I do my video numbering, I'm like naming each section after episode 2, section 2, or part 2, or whatever. So yeah, the audio should be good now because this is a different video. So that should be fine. Right, so what we're going to do here is pretty simple. We're just going to take the Sanchez out of our house, and I'm going to go pick up a SMG. So I'm going to convert my micro SMG ammo into regular SMG. That's because what's coming up will take away all of my micro SMG ammo, and I don't want to lose ammo, so I'd rather just pick up and convert it to SMG. It won't take away my SMG ammo, only my micro SMG, so that's why I'm converting it. Also, I could just do more ammo anyway. Like, I'm not shooting people much yet, but if I do like Vigilante or something, I'm gonna need loads of ammo, so that'll be an issue later. But yeah, the spawn I decided to use was just this one here, because I know this one and stuff. There's one like really close to here that I could have picked up at the same time, but I decided not to. So yeah, this is the one that you get during the mission, reuniting the families. Jolly good. So yeah, now I have 209, well 239 I guess, bullets. Alright, and after that we're gonna move on down to the airport, but on the way I stop at a vending machine and get lots of fat. Because what I'm doing takes a really long time and I don't eat during it, so this is like my second attempt at this. My first attempt was really terrible and I lost all my muscle and stuff, and so I decided to do it again. And this time I decided to eat a lot before I left. So yeah, I'm going over here and there's a vending machine just here that I'm going to use. Park my bike far enough away that I don't accidentally interact with it. And now we need a little time lapse while I eat a load of food for like 10 minutes. Wow. So that was 7 minutes real time, if you're wondering. Roughly around 7 minutes, like 6.5 minutes, something like that. For like a tiny amount of fat, but yeah, it's necessary. Like that, I start to lose fat later on, and I don't want to like lose muscle, so you have to use like fat as a buffer. Alright, yeah, anyway, here we are at the safe house. So yeah, I don't want to go through all that again, so I'm going to save before I leave. So put my bike in the garage, save, you know, yada yada yada. The usual. Right, here we go. So part 3. And right at the start here, I accidentally walk into the wardrobe, which is pretty funny. I said to myself at the time, I was like, oh god, this is the bit where I finally record this correctly, isn't it? And right at the start, I'm going to walk in a wardrobe. And turned out to be right. I'm just going to speed it up here because what I'm doing is I'm getting a shovel and I'm going to fly to San Fierro and buy those tattoos that I forgot about yesterday. I was talking about earlier. So yeah, I'm just flying over there. Nothing too interesting happens. Hydra doesn't shoot me or anything. But yeah, this segment here took me the course of 2 days to record. Like one evening and then this morning to record this. And it wasn't because of the tattoos. It was because of something else that we'll get to in a second. But yeah, here we are, San Fierro. Just flew into this dock bit. Everyone should know this bit. This is where the NRG spawns in San Fierro, the good old NRG here. Unfortunately, we have to start the NRG challenge because I can't be bothered to push it. But yeah, it doesn't make any difference. It's like, oh no, my failed mission counter increases by 1. But if I want to get all special vehicles, then I'm going to have to fail missions at some point anyway. So I really wasn't too worried about this. Like, not dying is probably good enough. Not dying or getting busted, right? Like, mission fails is fine if I want to actually get all the vehicles. Some people don't want to fail missions, but yeah, no, I'm fine with that. So yeah, here we are, avoiding police, and here's the tattoo shop. Hemlock Tattoo? Hemlock? Yeah, something like that. These tattoos are generally nicer than the Los Venturas ones, which is good. So I replace every single one of my tattoos with these ones. There's nothing too interesting. There's like weed and lots of weed, basically. Weed and other flowers. And we get something about the upper left arm or upper right. What one was that? Upper right. It's something about the upper right arm. Just looks really terrible. They all look awful. I don't know why they've done that. It's kind of funny. And yeah, here's some like crosses here. So yeah, this bit obviously didn't take me 2 days to record. That was fairly simple on the NRG, just avoid the police. What did take me 2 days to record is Blood Ring. Now, for in-game 100%, Blood Ring requires you to do it once, right? Just pass it once, and you have to do like 1 minute or get 1 minute of time worth on the clock. And then you get the Blood Ring banger and stuff. Well, the minigame actually goes up to 6 minutes. You have to do it 6 times to technically beat it, even though the game doesn't track it. So, because this is my true 100% plus playthrough, I had to do Blood Ring 6 times, each with 1 minute extra. And, oh boy god, was this the most frustrating thing I've ever had to do in this game. I just getting a good look at the tattoos there. It's like they're all nicer and punch the guy as always. But yeah, if this is what the rest of this playthrough is going to be like doing incredibly frustrating things for hours on end, then this playthrough is going to be a bit of a torture for me. But I get through it. I actually got quite good. I consider myself to be quite good at Blood Ring now. Like, this took me a long fucking time. And I was like, I actually figured out exactly how the minigame works and stuff. Oh yeah, and here I'm going to buy food before I enter. I buy a load of food because for the fun of it. Just to make sure I have maximum fat before I go in, because oh boy, this is going to take a long time. Alright, so here we go. So the first cutscene that plays teaches you about the game. I don't skip it. I'll go over the basic premises of Blood Ring. So you start with 30 seconds on the clock and it counts down. So you have 30 seconds to do stuff. You need to drive through those checkpoints to increase your time. So each one you hit gives you 15 seconds on the clock. And the first target is 1 minute, because this is the first minigame. You have to do it once. You need to get your time to be above 1 minute. And if you lose, all your time, you're out or whatever. And then, yeah, there's health pickups, which are really important, because if I blow up, failing this is fine, because I can just restart it, but blowing up kills me, right? And I don't want to die in this playthrough. So that becomes a really big problem. So yeah, right at the start, I'm just playing around, being nice and safe. I got a load of health pickups there, which was kind of funny. And soon realize exactly how this minigame works. So there's 2 what I call enemy cars, right? And they're the ones that are driving to go get the markers, right? And if they collide with a marker, they pick it up and respawn it like that. You see those 2 cars there? Those are the 2 cars that are trying to pick them up. And then you've got a pack of hunter AI, I call them. And there's a group of 5 or 6 cars that are chasing you and you specifically down and will do anything to push you and blow you up and stuff. And then you got like 10 other just random cars that are just driving around, hitting each other, doing whatever. And yeah, this is bullshit. This is completely bullshit. The marker is completely random where it spawns. So what generally happens is that it either spawns behind me or right next to the AI. It's like that perennial just picked it up there. Like, god damn it. So one of the cars that was like trying to get the markers is blown up, so then they respawn as different cars, and I get screwed quite a lot by that later on. So yeah, it's not as simple as just, driving there, killing them, and then picking all the markers up at my own pace. It's like they respawn. If you kill an enemy AI going for the markers, then an enemy AI go for the markers spawns, and yeah, it's pretty terrible. It's not so terrible at the start here, because just getting 1 minute, you can just get really lucky and have like 4 of them spawn in front of you at once. Oh god, that was annoying. But later on, this gets really frustrating. And I'm so glad that in 100% you don't actually need to do this 6 times. This is ridiculous. Like, look, it spawned right in front of him again. Like, god damn it. But yeah, having to do this 6 times instead of 1. Like, the second time you do it, the time you need to get is 2 minutes. And the third time you do it, it's 3 minutes, and so on, up to 6 minutes. And you can see how much I'm struggling here to just get 1 minute, right? Like, here are all the AIs that are, like, chasing me, trying to block me and hunt me down and stuff. And if they blow up next to me, I think the car can take, like, 3 explosions before you die. And I don't want that to happen, obviously. Yeah, I managed to steal that marker there, but yeah, I'm just driving around just desperately hoping for a marker to spawn next to me. And there's a case of, like, it spawns next to me, but because I have to go so fast or I'm going to die, I, like, miss it. And then there, like, who the fuck took that marker? Like, what the hell? And then the stupid stallion's gonna get that marker, and I was like, I just needed 1 to complete the first one, and now I need 2 because I'm beyond 15 seconds from a minute mark. Yeah, so yeah, here again, it like spawns directly behind me, which is bullshit, because I can't turn around because all the enemies chasing me. Alright, so this one here is a good chance because they're like behind me, so it's fine, so I get this, but then it spawns right next to me again, and I can't turn around enough to get it because all the cars chasing me behind me. And then this one here, like, he's already next to it. This one here I get, but I'm like not within 15 seconds anymore. It's just so annoying. So it's like, yeah, again, they're next to it. And then I finally get this one. And that was the first round. The first and easiest round. And it was that annoying and difficult. Oh, yeah. It's like, so here comes the second round. So I skipped the cutscene now because we already watched it. But now I need to get to 2 minutes and etc, etc. So yeah, what I'm going to do, because this is a really, really long video, what I'll do is I'll play it in fast forward and we'll skip all the way to the 6th round, and then I'll, like, we can talk just about the 6th round. Alright, so during this time-lapsey bit, I've actually prepared a big list of grievances with this minigame and whoever designed it. So here we go. First and foremost, why are the checkpoints completely fucking random? Like, why do they spawn in complete random? It just makes it like completely luck based. Like, what happens so often is that multiple spawn in the same place, like on top of you. Like, sometimes I'm just driving and I hit one and I don't even realize I've hit one because it spawned on top of me. And sometimes the AI is like hit 4 in a row because they're right next to them. Like, oh, it's so crap. Like, if it was like some sort of, if you had like a preview, right? If you knew where the second checkpoint was going to be, like you do in races where you could see one checkpoint and then you see the next checkpoint, the second one, right? If it was like that, then this would be so much better, because you could actually, like, say, like, what happens is that when you're driving, you see your enemy cars going towards it, and like, oh, okay, I'm never going to get that one in time. So you turn around and head the other way and hope that it spawns that way. But more often than not, it spawns, like, behind you, already right next to them. But if you could see the next one, then, I don't know, maybe it'd be too easy, but I really don't think so, with all the fucking enemies chasing you. Like, even if not a preview, maybe just a hint, like anything, like some sort of like lore reason, like what are these checkpoints we're even hitting? It's just completely arbitrary, right? Could be anything. Like, it could be like a flag or something, or it could be some like a gate that we have to drive through or something. But just anything, any clues to where the next one is going to be. right? Like, oh man. Okay, and then also, like, the AIs, okay? Why do the AIs only go after you? Like, I understand, like, you know, difficulty and stuff, but it just makes it so bullshit. Like, because there's enemies chasing you all the time, you have to keep driving at a high speed, otherwise you just get boxed in by loads of them, right? But the enemy AIs who are, like, you know, going for the checkpoints, they don't have to do that. All the enemy AIs that go for the checkpoints do is that they point towards exactly, like, straight onto a checkpoint and accelerate towards it, and then when a new one spawns, they brake, turn so they face exactly to the other checkpoint, and then accelerate again. Like, it's so stupid. They don't drive around anything. They just drive straight into it, and they have no challenge at all. Like, what often happens is that I'm, like, fighting in a pack of, like, 5 cars that are all trying to blow me up, and then, like, you know, the really slow, friendly, like, enemy AI car just drives past me, like, leisurely pace, just past everyone, because he pointed straight towards the marker and went straight for it. It's so aggravating. Like, even if they just had a few cars that crashed into them, or maybe if just the enemy AIs that are chasing you, you could lure them onto the other ones, it wouldn't be as bad. But just having to maintain speed just means that you can't go towards any markers. You just have to drive around in a circle and hope that the marker spawns in front of you. And you also can't turn sharply. So more often than not is a marker spawns next to another marker, and then because of that, you can't turn enough, so you just have to keep going and ignore it and wait for the other enemy AIs to hit it. So really, the only viable strategy that I could come up with is just driving as quickly as possible in a circle, going around and around and around, trying to maintain your speed so you don't get screwed by all the enemies behind you. But because of that, what happens is that you miss loads of checkpoints, right? Like, sometimes you get some that spawn in front of you, but it takes 15 seconds for you to get lucky enough for that to happen. So all you do is you just run out of time, or you gain crap tons of it because the checkpoints randomly spawned in front of you through no skill of your own. It's like, it's just so bad. Like, and that just leads me on to the other problem with this minigame, is that why is completion or progression tied to your time allotted, right? Like, why do I have to reach 3 minutes to pass it? Like, why can't the timer be attached to just, like, you know, you can hit a checkpoint, you get 15 seconds, fine, but why can't there be another counter that's like, hey, you need to get 25 checkpoints in order to win, right? Like, you have to hit the checkpoints to maintain your time, but after you've hit 25 of them, if you can survive for 25, then you win. Like, that would add some inevitability, right, to the game. Like, you're going to win eventually if you can be good enough to survive, right? But this way, with the timer being at, like, your progression, it's like you're just stuck in limbo. Like, you're just driving around and around and around, and you're maintaining your time. You're not losing it. Like, you go through ups and downs. Like, you lose, like, a minute, and then you suddenly gain a minute because 4 of them spawned in front of you or whatever. If it was just attached to, like, a counter, that wouldn't happen. You would pass it eventually. It would still be as hard as it is. It just wouldn't take as long. It just wouldn't be, like, so mind-numbingly stupid. And the last couple things that are really wrong with this is, like, why are the enemy cars that pick up the checkpoints, why are they not marked? Like, why don't they have that little red thing on top of them so you can tell which ones are the ones that are going to hit in the marker? Like, so many times I'm driving around and I'm like, oh, that marker in front of me, oh, but there's an enemy car heading straight towards it. I guess I won't bother, so I turn around or whatever. And then it turns out that enemy isn't one that can collect a marker and just drives through it. And it was just randomly driving towards it. And I'm like, well, fuck. Like, I understand it would ruin the immersion a bit because people, like, casuals would figure out how the minigame works faster if it was, like, clearly 2 marked AIs are the only ones that can hit the marker. But honestly, it would make it so much more bearable. Like, trying to figure out which ones are the AIs that can pick up is a nightmare. Like, right at the start, I try and figure it out. So I'm like, okay, it's a white stallion and a red perennial or whatever. But then they blow up. Then they blow up and get replaced with another random car. And then I don't realise it. And I fucking miss a marker because of it or whatever. It's just, like, if they just marked it, it would have been a little bit more bearable. And along with that, why is there no reward for killing anyone? Like, you can blow up people, and there's a counter at the end that tells you how many people you blew up or whatever, but you get nothing for it. It doesn't add time, it doesn't give you health. If anything, it's just worse. You waste time blowing people up, and you waste health because they more often than not blow up next to you. Like, it's completely pointless. I think the only time I ever try to blow anyone up here is when the enemies spawn on a faster vehicle than me, which is also bullshit. Like, why isn't everyone in the same car? Why are people just driving normal vehicles around, like road vehicles? It makes no fucking sense. It's so bullshit. Like if a stallion or a ZR I had once like spawns as one of the like gatherer ones that try to pick up the markers, then your only hope is to somehow catch up to them and blow them up while you have all these other enemy eyes chasing you trying to blow you up. It's just so fucking bad. Oh, that felt good. I finished Blood Bowl, and then I immediately wrote a load of notes, like everything wrong with it. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking read this in my video and complain about it. So yeah, it's nice to get that out. Yeah. Anyway, this is the 6th and final round. Also, I should probably note the reason there's no audio is because there's a radio playing inside this arena, and it's not muted by turning the music down. So I have to just remove the audio from it, I'm afraid. So sorry about that. There's not too much. It's just me driving and shooting. It's just the music, same old Radio X songs playing over and over again. Yeah. Anyway, this is the 6th round. I already lost 1/6 round, and this is like my 2nd attempt at it. And so yeah, like here, like the 2 enemies are behind me, so I know these markers here I can pick up. So I'm driving into these ones, and I'm like looking to see if the enemies are going to get it. So I know they're going to get it, so I just trying to maintain my speed and keep going. So here we go, I'm going around in a circle. It's thankfully spawning in front of me, so I'm like picking up multiple. I'm gonna get stuck in there. Goddamn, there's cars blowing up everywhere. So yeah, it looks like currently there's 2 red cars, which are the enemy ones, and they're on that side. So I'm like trying to drive around, just get my speed back up so I can outrun them. And yeah, here we go. I managed to get this one. But yeah, like you can't see it all the time because I'm not looking at them. I'm looking in front of me, obviously, but there is like forever a pack of cars right behind me, trying to kill me constantly. It's really stupid. Yeah, here, like, another one spawns in front of me, so it's like, oh, I gained some time, and then I'm stuck in limbo again at, like, 1 minute 40 or whatever. And now, all of a sudden, it's a fucking pickup truck. I can't remember what that one's called. It's not a Bobcat, it's the other one, but now it's one of those that's going for the marker. Like, it's changed which AI it is. It's so annoying. So now I have to try and mentally figure out, like, right, okay, so it's a blue and white pickup truck that's trying to pick up stuff now. Like, who's going for this one? Who's going for this marker? It looks like no one's driving at it. Somehow I managed to get that one, even though I'm a mile away from it. And this one here, yeah, this is when the bullshit starts. You see that? Do you see that? Do you know what vehicle that is? That's a fucking PCJ or an FCR or a BF or whatever. I couldn't tell in the end, but it's a fucking sports bike. A sports bike spawned in here and is one of the enemies that's picking up markers. And I tried so hard to chase this guy down. Like, he just stole that one from me. And I'm like, desperately trying to kill him by like drive-bying him because, you know, my friend in the car isn't helpful at all. But it's just impossible because he's a fucking bike. I can't hit him. I just end up shooting the people and everyone is invincible. And I can't just knock them off the bike either because it's like you can't fall off the bike in this minigame. So there he goes, driving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, getting a checkpoint that I can't possibly ever hope to get. And at this point I'm just chasing him and instead of the markers, just trying to kill him. So I could have any hope of winning this. But, of course, while I'm doing this, my time is just constantly ticking down, and I'm just losing progress and getting stuck in that damn limbo again, where I just can't do anything. I'm just stuck in this minigame for hours and hours and hours. So yeah, now I'm getting caught up in a load of enemy AIs that are chasing me around. Yeah, that one on the bike, there's one on a bike chasing me as well, and that one gets close to blowing me up a couple times. It's really annoying. It's a shame we don't have audio, actually, because it makes a different sound whether an enemy picks up a marker or whether it's me, so you can tell. But most of the time, it seems like the enemies have like a different hitbox and they hit the marker before you do every time. It's so frustrating. Oh, just look at that. It's so bullshit. And I just can't ever hope to get him, because if I stop like I did there, then I immediately get boxed in by loads of people. I just have to keep going. It's my only hope. Just keep driving and just pray that stuff ends up in front of me. Yeah, here's me trying to shoot it again, but no hope of doing so. Oh, it's just getting knocked around constantly. So hard to actually manage to build up speed here. Like, if the only good thing about the bike spawning is that if they spawn as like one that's chasing you, they don't block you as much, and if they spawn as ones that drive around randomly, they don't block you as well. But having one spawn as one of the ones that's trying to chase shit is just so aggravating. Like, do I get this marker? Do I get it? Oh, I managed to get it. Holy crap. Like, now I'm just, like, stuck at 1 minute again. Like, I managed to lose all that time I had earlier, and now we're just stuck here again. I'm just slowly draining progress. Now it's a blue car going forward, apparently. And now it's also that pickup truck. Like, what the hell? Like, it's only ever 2 vehicles, but I can just seem to never keep track of which ones it is. Like, that there is just so bullshit. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, you know, is it worth restarting now and getting my 30 seconds back? Because the way this is going, I'm not going to get above 30 seconds. There's another blue one picking it up, and then it spawns next to me, but because I'm trying to go fast, I can't pick it up, and then I've stopped because I tried to hit it, and I'm stuck in all this. Surely I get this one right. Yeah, goddamn. Oh, and then one spawns next to you. It's such a good feeling when one spawns next to you. Just like, oh, I can actually progress a little bit. Like, just driving around normally, you gain 15 seconds, but it happens so rarely. Like, you don't gain any time at all. You need them to spawn in chains next to you like that. And that's your only hope of progression. And even then, sometimes an AI can just steal it from you like that. So yeah, that car's one of the ones that's chasing now, so it's changed again, so I guess the pickup truck blew up. This one here, I actually have a rare bit of open road. Like, I looked in front of me and there were no cars for the first time forever. And yeah, that car's picking stuff up again. This entire time, I'm driving through the health pickups, just trying desperately to not die because of shit like this happening. Like, if I hadn't picked up that health pickup, would I have blown up there? Like, I don't know. Oh yeah, and here it is. You're starting to feel hungry and are starving to death. This is why I ate loads. It's like, great. Now I'm going to starve to death while I'm doing this stupid minigame of being stuck here forever, not being able to progress at all. Yeah, spawn next to me again, but I can't turn enough to get it. It's like this one. Okay, so now it's like a pink club or whatever going for it. Oh, and I just can't. And it thankfully pushes me, but yeah, it turns and gets the next one. So, like, they're going for that marker, so I just drive the opposite way and just hope that it spawns in front of me. Of course, it spawns closer to them than to me. And again, like, now it spawns right behind me again, but I can't turn around. And then it spawns right next to me, but I can't get it. And oh, it's a fucking PCJ again, picking up shit. Thankfully, I managed to blow that guy up instantly, but... Oh, gangster skill on SMG. Good, good. Oh my god. Just can't pick this stuff up. Like, who's going for it? I can't even tell if anyone's going for it. Like, there's no one driving towards it. Like, I guess all the ones that were trying to get it just died there. No, there's him. I think I actually got that. Annoyingly, he's in a pretty fast car. Alright, let's get some health pickups. Where's the marker? Yeah, like, next to me. I'll eventually get it if I just keep driving around. But that guy gets it. I don't know what that guy was doing. He was, like, drifting. And then it spawns right behind me, which is on top of him. And then he goes, gets it again. You see what I mean? He just has, like... He has, like, no challenge at all. He just drives directly towards the marker and nothing can stop him. Whereas I'm, like, fighting against those guys trying to stop me. It's just so annoying watching him just drive around all happily, merrily picking up all the points. Where I'm just, like, struggling to survive and pick them up as well. Oh, a chain. Oh, yes, and that one, please. Do I get this? Oh, let's see. That's it. I gained, like, a minute from that. Like, that's your only hope, is that happens, like, what, 6 times before you lose too much time? And here, yeah, fat minus, I'm, like, starving to death now. It's fucking great. This is fucking great. Oh, it's right next to me. Oh, I managed to hit it. Jesus. Thankfully, that pickup truck has a really shit turning circle. Like, if the enemies spawn as, like, a crap vehicle, I generally let them live, just because it gives me a better chance. Yeah, like this one here I can get as well. Yosemite, that's what it's called, isn't it? Yosemite. I think I remember now. Got there in the end. Yeah, and this arsehole got this before me. I try to blow him up here. Oh, it's a Sultan. Yeah, that's really fast. I'm glad I blew him up. I just hope he spawns as a crap vehicle now. So yeah, here we are again, stuck at 2 minutes. Like, we managed to gain 1 minute because the load spawned in front of me, but that's it. There's also ZRs spawning now, which is really bad, because if one of those spawns as a hunter... Oh no, it's right behind me again, but I can't get it. Thankfully, I managed to just get it. and then the shit's blowing up next to me, and look, oh my god, I'm on fire, and I just managed to pick up that health thing. If I had died there, like, holy crap. If I had died there, I've had to do all of this again from, like, the first mission. Because obviously I can't die in my playthrough, right? Like, Jesus. And I check, like, dying in Blood Bowl counts on your stats as actually visiting the hospital and dying. So I had to be sure not to die. Alright, almost done. Like, we're almost at 3 minutes. Yay, there we go. We're halfway there. Woo! And again, look, 2 spawned on top of him, and then that third one was right next to him. Like, so dumb. And then this one spawns right behind me, and I can't get it, because there's people chasing me. Spawns right next to me here, but I think I get this, yeah. But look at this guy, like, in the fast car, just blocking my path constantly. Oh, a chain. Oh my god. We're going to gain time. Oh, and then it spawns behind me, and I can't get it. Oh no, can I actually circle? No, I don't get it. Oh, and then it spawns there, of course it does. And then he gets it again, fucking arsehole. Okay, here we go, there's another chain. It's just like, this is it. You just hope that it spawns in front of you, and not, like, that kind of in front of you, because that's hard, but... If you could just go a little bit slower, like, if the enemies weren't chasing you, then it wouldn't be so bad, but you just have to go so fast, just to have any breathing room. Alright, we're up to 4 minutes now. We're almost there. We've got another little chain going, and then it spawned 180 degrees behind me again. And then again. It's so annoying when that happens. So annoying. It's just like, you gain progress, like that little chain, and then they spawn behind you like 3 times, and then you lose as much progress as you just gained. Like, look, I'm back down to 4 minutes again. Like, now I'm at 4:20 though. And he's going to get that one, so I just turn to try and get the other one. Thankfully, it spawns all the way up there, so I think I actually get this. Yeah, we're up to 4:25. Like, I gained 5 seconds. And, oh, a chain. Oh, yes. No one's in my way. Oh, gaining time again. I think I actually get this, right? Yeah. And then it spawns behind me, but we had a nice little chain there, so... Just have to hold out until that happens again. It's the only hope. Oh, 5 minutes. Just one more. Just one more minute. Oh yeah, and there's loads of cars, like, stuck in front of me. Like, if you play this for long enough, eventually all the AIs, like, get stuck. I think that means they don't respawn. I'm not certain. So maybe if you played this for long enough, then all the AIs would stop trying to kill you, which would be nice. And oh my god, here it is. We're at just 2 more markers, and I'm finally done with this bullshit. Like, this has been, like, an hour at this point, I think. Like, the first time I did this, it was an hour and a half it took me, but then this time it only took me 1 hour. But yeah, I'm so hungry. Just want it. Just hungry for those markers. And CJ is, like, literally hungry too. I'm trying to do this before I die and stuff. I just don't want to, like, starve and lose all my muscle and crap. And yeah, they got those ones. But then it spawns right in front of me, and I just need one more, and then it's right behind me, and I'm like, no. And then I get stuck in the middle of exploding cards next to me. And then he just steals this one, and then this one's in front of me, but now it's not enough to be 6 minutes. And then we have to keep going again. And then they get this one, and then it's right there. It's right there. And then he hits it. Like, who the fuck was that guy? But yes, at last. Finally. 6 minutes. 6 cars destroyed. Whatever. Done with this minigame, and you can see how happy I am at this point. I'm just fucking around, throwing grenades everywhere, like fireworks and stuff. And then I eat, so CJ stops dying, and then I pause to mentally prepare myself for the next bit of this. So yeah, coming up, I now have to get the reward plugged ring banger back to Los Santos. Now, the first time I try this, I actually fail, so I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this bit. Alright, yeah, I thought I'd just leave that bit in so, like, you know, I don't just make a random splice here or anything. But yeah, here we go. So, the challenge. Get this blood ring banger, which is my reward for completing that utter bullshit, back to Los Santos. Like, not for any real reason. I mean, this spawns there consistently now since I have the reward for completing it, but just so I have some sort of, like, trophy of the horrors I had to endure here. And the method of getting this back is actually pretty cool. So, the bridges and stuff are, like, blocked off, right? Like, I can't... Like, while it's easy to come here in a plane and just fly here and land, it's obviously, like, trying to transport a vehicle back to Los Santos is really difficult. Like, the bridges are blocked, and, you know, I have 4 stars. Oh yeah, and that's me using a replay to despawn the police helicopter. And this, me flicking the camera up and down, is to despawn traffic. I said in the first episode I didn't want to use the camera despawning thing that much, but for this point, it's like, it's pretty important, right? Because I need to get rid of the cars in front of me and, like, get rid of the police cars. It doesn't successfully work that often when you have 4 stars, but it still helps a little bit. So, yeah, you'll have to bear with the camera flicking. I try and do it kind of slowly so it doesn't look too horrible. But, yeah. So, yeah, the way you get it back, even though the bridges are shut, is, like, there's a really cool glitch that I'm going to perform, and I'm going to start it there on the map. That was kind of convenient. So I'm going to drive to this point in the Badlands, and then I'm going to do something cool. It's actually pretty tricky. I tried it a few times, and I never succeeded. But yeah, so this is what the process of getting vehicles back from San Fierro and Los Venturas is going to be like for this entire master save bit. Or start to save bit. Just having to repeat this a lot of times, so I thought I'd explain it in depth now, and then in the future, if it ever happens again, I won't have to go crazy in depth. Alright, so we're almost there. Just driving down this road. I almost flip it here, which would have made me really sad, seeing as I already flipped it once in the fast-forwarded bit. But that's because I almost fell down a hill the other time. Alright, I'm slowly getting down here. I tried this, I actually did this one day before, like yesterday. I did all 6 blood rolls, and then I tried to drive this back, but it blew up because I took too much damage on the way back, so I decided to try it again, like today, this morning. Yeah, anyway, here we are on the right spot. Unfortunately, I've got an angry shark driver driving into me constantly, and there's also a helicopter on the ground, which I didn't notice at the time. And then this guy pushes me into the water, and then I know what you're thinking. Oh no, Josh, you've lost the blood ring bagger, it's fallen in the water. Well, you see, sweet innocent duck, this is all part of the plan. It didn't quite go the way I wanted, but yeah. If I swim to this exact spot here, all of a sudden, oh hey, we're not underwater anymore. So this is called the undrowning glitch. Obviously I didn't find this or anything. I'll leave a link to the GTA forums where I read about this, and I mean, I knew about it before, but it's where I, like, found out the exact specifics of it and how to perform it. So as you can see, I'm, like, under a ledge on a rock, and because of that, the game, like, thinks I'm not underwater anymore or something. So now I'm not underwater, and even if I, like, here's me dancing because I'm waiting. Even if I run back under the water, it still thinks I'm I'm just on the ground again, so I can run around freely. What we're doing is we're waiting for that blood ring banger to fall to the bottom so CJ can reach it. So here it comes, it's almost there. So yeah, as you can see, we're, like, underwater again, but I'm still just walking around. The trigger for, like, turning into water mode, I guess, is, like, the surface of the water. So if you start under the water, it doesn't actually affect it. Alright, so now here I have to, like, carefully push this up the hill into the same spot where I got the undrowning glitch. And then the car will magically turn into the same state as CJ and won't be, like, drowned anymore as well. So, just a bit of pushing, almost there, and there it is. And then unfortunately it rolls down this hill, which I wasn't anticipating, and I'm like panicking, just like, oh no, it's gonna despawn because it gets too far away from me, like. And also under here, there's some terrain isn't solid as well, so you could fall into nothingness, which is really bad. But thankfully, it gets really dark here, but thankfully the car doesn't actually despawn, so I managed to get it again, and we're in it. And now we're driving on the ocean. So this is like the Los Santos beach area, as you can see, and I'm going to head for that safe house there. Now I just wanted star there, I went from 4 to 3. And what I do now is that I drive into the correct spot, and then I sit there and wait for ages and try to go down to 2 stars. Unfortunately, I'm either misunderstanding how this mechanics works, or it takes longer than I thought. But I never actually go down to 2 stars, even though I did the other time I tried this, which I don't know what causes that. I'll have to look that up, figure out exactly how the 1 stars work. But yeah, this is just a lot of me waiting, so I'll go ahead and speed this up. Alright, so then I eventually get bored and I decide to say screw it and I'll just go for it. So I floor it towards what I think is the correct area of land to get back on the ocean, back on land with, and no, it was not. So after all that, I eventually drove the Blood Ring Banger into the incorrect spot at full speed and just drove it back into the water. So now I'm thinking to myself, right, what can I do here? Like, I know I can push it up the beach because I did it before, like yesterday. And yeah, more replays to get rid of the helicopters. But yeah, I know I can push it up the beach, but now I have 3 stars instead of 0 when I did it yesterday. So it's like, I'm trying to see if I can despawn the police, but no, they keep spawning and they just keep shooting the car, and I'm like worried that they're eventually going to blow it up or set it on fire. So I'm like really carefully considering my options. So now, again, I decide to wait and see if I can get rid of the 1 stars, but I think what happens here is that I'm like too close to the beach, and there's like to my right there's police and they're spawning and spotting me, so that I'm not actually losing anything. But yeah, I'll go ahead and speed this bit up again. So here we go, I eventually give up waiting again and try to push the Blood Ring Banger onto land. What you have to remember is that at this point I had already done like that whole Blood Bowl session, and I did not want to go through all that again, so I'm like being really careful with this. And I really wanted that Blood Ring Banger. Like, I'd already restarted this once because I didn't get the banger back, even though I completed Blood Bowl and everything. So I was determined to do this. Even though, like, you know, it seems impossible from this point, but I know I can push the car onto the beach because I did it last time. It's just the last time I did it, I was pushing a wreck and not the actual car, so I'm being really careful here. But yeah, unfortunately, I try and push it this time, and then it blows up. And at this point, now I'm really scared. Now I'm like, oh god, not only have I lost the Blood Ring Banger, I've got like a tiny amount of health. And I'm like, well shit, what do I do now? And then I see that marker and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll just start Triathlon. I mean, I don't know what I'm thinking because I can't access Triathlon at this point, but obviously, you know, like I said, I've been doing Blood Bowl for ages and I was just so desperate, so yeah, I swim over here, and at this point I'm like, screw this, I'll take just living. So I run over here and try and start it, soon realise it doesn't work, realise what an idiot I am, and then just sprint back to the safe house. And yeah, I did shot there, and then I'm on this health, and at this point I'm just like, I'll take it, if I can survive, I'll take it. I give up on the Blood Ring Banger, I'll take it. And yeah, I managed to get in and save. But yeah, this was a disaster. Like, trying to do Blood Bowl 6 times in a row and then getting the Blood Ring Banger back without any practice. Like, I obviously messed up the undrowning glitch, right? And it was all my fault. But just trying to do Blood Ring, Blood Bowl, Blood Ring, whatever it's called. Trying to do it 6 times in a row was already hard enough. I shouldn't have tried to get the banger back at the same time. So yeah, I'm quite happy I survived. I'm kind of sad that I'm uploading a clip where I fail. Like, I haven't died, but I just failed to do what I set out to do, and I feel quite bad. But everyone said they were, like, you know, really eager for an episode, and I'm trying to hit 2 episodes a week, and I've literally run out of time to record this. Like, as I'm speaking, it's 20 past 2 on the 8th of March, which is like Wednesday. And I have like a podcast later, so I need to be ready. So I either delay this episode another day and like maybe not even get the banger back, or I upload this. So yeah, I think this is good enough. I mean, I'm going back to San Fierro at other points. I'll have loads of tries to get the banger back. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to practice the undrowning glitch, because, I've never done it before. I literally just read about it. And I'll figure out exactly what it is I need to do and where I need to aim the car and stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry I've been sat here on a black screen for a bit. I need to explain a few things at the end. And yeah, episode 3 is... I'll aim to release it Sunday. But we'll see what happens. Alright, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!